first exercise in the wrist weight series are the arm swings. Really all we're trying to accomplish with this exercise is just to start to get the arms moving and to gradually work from supination to pronation with the arms. So how you're going to start off is with your hands, or your palms I should say, facing straight ahead. I'm going to swing the arms back, and as I come up, I'm going to keep my palms facing up. As I get to shoulder height, I'm just going to turn my hands over and go back down. And I'm going to let that swing take me into the next rep. Now it's really important, as I'm going back, I don't want to let my shoulders just crash forward or let my body move all over the place. I want to let my shoulders move freely during this motion. So as I come here and I drop it, I'm going to bring it down like this. The second I turn my hands back over, I want to open up my chest so that my shoulders are allowed to move freely. Just to show you a couple more examples, this is what it looks like. You should be feeling really loose with this. You shouldn't have any tension in any part of your arms. Just let it flow freely. Exercise number 2 of the wrist weight series is the Cuban press. The setup for this one is going to be with your arms at your side, with your palms facing straight back. I'm going to drive my elbows a little bit back and up to just below 90 degrees. From here, I'm going to rotate my hands up so my palms are facing straight ahead. And now from here, I'm going to overhead press. And as I'm pressing, I'm going to bring my palms facing each other just like this. Now from this position, all I'm going to do is the reverse of that. I'm going to come back down to just below 90. I'm here. Drop the arms down. Here. Okay, so a full rep will look like this. Okay, one thing to keep in mind when you're doing this, try not to let your elbows get too high. That can cause a little bit of shoulder discomfort. It's going to cause your shoulders to roll forward. It's not as common on going up, so when I get up, it's pretty easy to keep them at 90 or just below 90 degrees. But as I come back down, you'll see guys get here and they try to just force it down. Don't let them do that. Make sure you come all the way down here, down, back down. Hope that one helps. That's just a common flaw that I see in the Cuban press. Just keep the shoulder height in mind when you're doing that. Exercise 3 in the wrist weight series is the overhead throws. We're going to start with our arms in an overhead position with our palms facing each other. From here, we're just going to throw our arms straight out in front of us, and as we do that, we're going to pronate the arms down, let them come down, then get back to the setup position. So with this exercise, we're going to gradually work on throwing it a little bit harder. If it's a recovery type day, I might be going a little bit easier on these if I'm even doing this exercise. If it's a high intensity day, I'm probably going to start ramping up the intensity a little bit with this exercise. So let's just show a couple reps. This is what it looks like. And really try to keep your elbows in tight. Some guys will get flared out here, and that can cause a little bit of discomfort in the shoulder as well. So really try to keep your elbows in a little bit tighter as you throw the arms out, pronate the hands. The last exercise of the wrist weight series is the pivot picks. This is also an exercise that we will be doing with plyo balls, but this is really more of an advanced exercise, especially with the wrist weights. Most of you guys will not be starting out with this exercise when you first start doing wrist weights, just because of the complexity of the exercise, and if you're not doing it right, you're really not getting any benefit out of it. Now keep in mind there is a learning curve. You're going to have to work on it and practice it, but this is really more of an advanced exercise. You really want to focus on nailing down those first 3 exercises before moving on to this one. But to simplify it, there are a couple of variations of this. I'm going to go with the most simple one to start off with. And all we're going to do, you're going to have your back leg when you pitch facing forward. So your feet are in an opposite staggered position. Okay? From here, I'm going to counter rotate my upper body so that I'm fully closed off and my shoulders are in line with my imaginary target if I were throwing a baseball from this position. And as I'm going into that position, I'm going to swing my arm up into the throwing position. So you'll see my throwing arm is at a 90-degree angle, hand is roughly inside 90, and my glove hand is up here like this. From this position, I'm going to drive my glove elbow down towards my hip or somewhere in that area. And as I'm doing that, that is when I'm then going to rotate, go into lay back with my arm, do a throw, pronate the arm, and follow through. Okay, so this is what a full rep looks like, just so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. And you can even start off without even doing the arm swing. You can start off with your hand just like this, rotate, throw. Okay, I would actually recommend you start off with that one before moving on to a full throw. But it's really important that when you're doing this, you allow your hand to catch up, so I don't want to start rotating while my arm is down here like this. That's going to cause a lot of stress on the shoulder. So really let your arm catch up, get up into the throwing position, and then as I rotate, I want to make sure that hand gets inside 90. I don't want to be rotating with my arm laid back right here. So really get inside 90 and extend out. Hope that video helps. If you have any questions, please reach out.